Hello and welcome to David's World. This is another food one. You probably tell from the title anyway. I've been to Asda and beside me I have a bag. It's my bag. It's one of my reusable ones that I carry around every time I go anywhere. So I don't buy a 20 or 25 or whatever the plastic bag is. I remember to carry one, because having to pay out for bags makes trying to save money a bit on the pointless side. So I have a bag here. I wasn't expecting to find what I found, but luckily I went in at the correct time when the man was there reducing stuff. And it's always good when people are reducing stuff. This is from one of the very tiny Asda stores. It's like has about a third of what a big supermarket would have. So it's one of their little tiny ones that Asda do have. So we have the bag. I am hopefully not advertising, but this is the bag. As you see, it's not a little bag. At the end, I will tell you how much I paid for it in total. Now let's start that. One item is not in this bag, and it is a bag of salad. Yep. And that was 10 pence reduced to. So with that, we have the only one of these that they had, one lot of mushrooms, reduced from 39 to 10. That's what he reduced them to when I was there, right there at the time. So one lot of mushrooms, 10 pence. I'll keep the expensive item because there is an expensive item in here. What we have, jiggle it out a bit, is one pack of pre-cut, crispy and colourful carrots, cauliflower and broccoli. They're not sticky or slimy in any way, not like the pack that we got in Heron, I think it was. That I took the potatoes out of it and threw the rest of it away because it was far too slimy with the cabbage and the leek, and it had turnip and I don't like turnip, so I just do it. This is good to go, and I would say that this has quite a few days. This was 39 and reduced to 10, and I was going to get it to 39, but he had finished reducing stuff further around and then came back to this one. I'm going, are you going back to reduce them? He said, yeah. Oh well, I'm going just mine back down to a lower price. He's going, I can't take them off you, but if you put them back on the shelf, I'll reduce them down, then you can take it back off again. Well, no problem with that. So 10 pence was 39. I was actually going to get these at the 39 pence because cauliflower and broccoli are both expensive, and this one bag I could just throw the whole contents into my electric pressure cooker and that would cook up. So another 10 pence item. What we have next is we have some sweet and crispy pineapple and grapes. And of course this is going to focus on me rather than on the thing. There you are. Got my face out of it. Now it's focused. You see, 10 pence. Let's see if the camera's now going to pick them. Yoo-hoo, camera! Yeah. So 10 pence was 69. I wasn't picking this up, not at 69 pence, not with the amount of fruit. So there's like one apple, a handful of grapes, and some pineapple. So I wasn't going to pick it up at 69 pence. 10 pence, yeah, no problem. I can't really afford to buy that much fruit because it's just far too expensive. So with that, I got another one. 10 pence. One I can have today for fruit and one I can keep for tomorrow. I will just look and see which one looks like it's in the worst condition inside, which is more, got a lot more liquid in, or has maybe a grape that's not looking as juicy as the other. Have one today, have one tomorrow, no problem with that. Yes, they'll go out of date today, but that's no problem. As long as they look fine, it doesn't matter if they've gone out of date. You can see. Use your eyes and your nose when you open it. If it looks good and smells good, it is good. So what else do I have? Let me get that out because that wasn't there. Remember, we have been doing the Gusto box, and one of the meals that we did was chicken and leek, and I complained that the amount of leek there was in it was very small, that calling it chicken and leek when there was so much little leek in it that we couldn't find it. Well, I got this 500 grams, 3 leeks, which technically one of those is still looks bigger than what the leek I did for the 500 grams. One of its original prices was 75, then they reduced down to 40, and I was going to get it at 40. This was one of the items I had in my hand because 40 pence for 500 grams of leeks really good. But once again, will it focus on it? Yep, a massive 10 pence. So I can make the Gusto leek thing, and there's my leeks, 10 pence worth. They are nice looking. I will take them out the plastic. Most of fruit and veg, all in plastic, will start to sweat and then they will go off sooner. Take them out the plastic and then they will last a lot longer. Just watch them, make sure they don't discolour when they're in whatever you're keeping them in. So if you've got a veg thing and you're stacking them, just keep an eye on them, watch their colours. Then you start seeing when they start going funny and you need to use them fast. So with that, I was getting one, but instead I got 2. So this one's only got 2 in it, but one is this is really big. This is our leek. This is our man leek, you know. I'm trying to see how much thicker that is to denote to you. It is really, really thick. So another 10 pence. So if you take it that we have looked at 6 items and each one was 10 pence each, we have spent 60 pence so far. What can we go to now? Now we go to our expensive item. After the 10 pence of salad, which went to my sister because she wanted it for a guinea pig, that makes up 70 pence there. This is my expensive item. For me, it's an expensive item, but it's not an expensive item for what it is. And this had already been put down to this price. He had finished doing these when I seen it. This is one extra tasty large whole chicken. Now this price had been reduced to £3.56, which is quite a good price. This is still warm. It is still warm. I could eat this right now and not have to cook and do anything with it. It is still warm. It just came out of the oven bit that it was sitting in the thing. I don't know what weight this is because they don't normally nowadays denote weight. They just say it's large, even though in some of their large chickens that you get aren't all that large, and especially paying £5 or £6 for it pre-cooked, it's not worth it. You might as well just get one and cook it yourself, and it would be cheaper. So this was £1.99. Yes, it is very expensive, but being a meat and being that we can make a number of meals out of this one chicken, we can cut it up, cut the breasts up. There's 2 meals for one person. Take off the wings and the legs. The legs, 2 of them. That's 2 meals for one person. One of them for a meal. But as you take it, I'm going to cut the breasts off, take off everything, break it down, and all the loose meat from off the wings, off the base, of anything meat that's left on after I've removed those things, that meat I am going to put with the leeks, and I am going to make that leek and chicken casserole with these items, because I think I have virtually most of the stuff. Without the shallots, I have an onion which I will use instead, but £2 for a whole chicken, that is good price. But this whole lot, if you've calculated it yourself, you know how much it came to. But that was our whole price for the item. £2.70 odd for that. Now, I could keep the fruit and have that for breakfast. Yeah. I have mushrooms, so I could put some mushrooms in with the leek in the chicken. So even, not all of them, maybe just cut up a little bit of one. I could keep some of the mushrooms and put it with the leek, and maybe put it with the broccoli and stuff into a different casserole, and have a different style of casserole for it, and just have the meat and slice it, put a breast and slice it, and then have the veg to it. So it would make a more filling meal. But £2.70 odd for this, out of that would be £2.60 odd minus the lettuce bit. But that is better. I can make a number of meals from that, and therefore my meal cost will be much lower. And hopefully, because I am using far more, 500 grams just in leeks, if I use the whole leek, then we have a greater weight of meal. We could probably, when we've done that, end up with 2 bowls for more than one day, because of the size of it. Because don't forget, we haven't got any potatoes here yet, and I have some. I got some in one of my food parcels, so therefore I have potatoes to just add enough, not the amount that was in the Gusto one where half of your meal is the potatoes, so that makes up a good value meal for more than one person, or for one person for a number of days. So with that, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I find more bargains, because that helps me. Finding any meat at any reduced price helps me, because then I can then make a meal from it. So, see you on the next episode. Bye for now.